Alright guys, what is going on? Jake here with Jake's Trains, and today we have ourselves some absolutely massive news. Union Pacific has decided that they are going to, in fact, scrap number 5511, the DDA40X, and Challenger 3985. They have deemed them as surplus and they are just taking up space, so they are just going to use it for money to get their SD90 Max back out on the rails. Just joking. So actually, no, that is completely false. Don't chew my head off. So actually, no, as of April 28th, 2022, which is today, the day I'm recording this, they have actually donated them. They have donated them to the Railroading Heritage of Midwest America. Forgive me as I'm looking off the screen here. Just want to make sure what I'm reading is correct. And this that I'm reading, I will put the link for it down in the description. I'm just going to pull bits and segments of it. I don't want to get in trouble for anything. But so yeah, that was announced today. They're also planning on donating some of the Heritage Fleet. And the biggest news is the fact that they plan on getting 5511 and 3985 back on the rails. Yes, you heard me right. They are going to fully restore them and use them as they should be. They have stated that 3985 will be first to be restored, and then right after that one, 5511 will be restored. The reason it is going here is because they have basically the space and the tools to get it done. And that's the quickest way to get them done. This is going to be a multi-year, multi-million-dollar project, so don't expect it to be done in 2024, 2025. Personally, I thinking it's going to be closer to like 2030. I mean, hey, I could be wrong. Not a mind reader. But so yeah, that is some pretty awesome and interesting news. Union Pacific has just stated that they really are just a surplus. They have no need for them, and this is the best way for them to get everything back out onto the rails, to keep the history alive and keep making everyone money. Because that's what our hobbies are about. We want to go out, we want to see steam engines, we want to see the DDA40X. Everything that's been, covered up for years. The 6936 hasn't run in a long time. Challenger hasn't run since 2010, and then officially retired in 2020. Yeah, if you don't know who Railroading Heritage of Midwest America is, if you've ever heard of the Milwaukee Road 261, they're the ones who just restored and are now operating her. So yeah, just looking over this article real quick. They talk a little bit about each engine, talking about how 5511 is going to it's going to need a lot of work given the fact that it hasn't run since 1958, and by run I mean in 58 it wasn't even steamed up. Union Pacific used it in one of their films, but it was never under steam. Since then, it's literally been put into a shed. So that's going to take a big project. Plus, its rods were cut when it was moved from, I just saw it, where'd it go? When it was moved from Green River to Cheyenne. They talk a little bit more about that. The interesting thing is that's going to be the only one of its kind still running. Well, not still. That will be running, I guess I should say. So I'll be honest, I don't know much about it. So yeah, that's pretty cool. They do talk a little bit about 6936. They don't state if they're going to be running it or not. They just give some information about it. Yeah, and then they're also going to be donating former Union Pacific E9B number 966B, which was built in 1955. It was sold to Amtrak in 1972 and then retired in May of 74. It was then rebuilt by Illinois Central as an unpowered steam generator car. It was then sold again, and then UP reacquired it in 95. They had plans to restore it to operation, but they never followed suit with that or followed through. And then a good bit of the business cars that are being donated, they're either going to be restored back into their respective liveries, as in Western Pacific and Southern Pacific. And the rest of them are going to be repainted into the Milwaukee Road orange and maroon. So it's just going to be really interesting to see how all this is done, taken care of. And it's going to be interesting to see if they also eventually run maybe 5511 and 3985 with the big boy. And for that matter, 844, which, you know, that poor thing hasn't run in a couple years in herself. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens with this. You know, I wish them the best of luck. You know, I hope it doesn't take too long. I hope they get the money that they need to restore these. Because let's face it, we all want to see these engines back out on the high rail. So, but yeah, all right. If you guys like what you saw, go ahead, hit that thumbs up button. This is your first time coming to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and put those down there in the comment section. I will try to get back to them whenever I can. And that is it. So, all right, I will see you guys later, hopefully with some more train videos coming out. You know, I've been out on the road here for a little bit. I'm going to try and get this one out tonight. And then if that's the case, we should be having, speaking of the Centennials, we should be having a video coming out tomorrow. So, all right, have yourselves a great day. See ya.